Welcome Tech Brothers with the Microsoft Fabric tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to read data from ADLS Gen2 and load into the Lakehouse Files tab by using the pipelines. So let me take you to the workspace here, and in the workspace I have two workspaces. Here is the one called the Sales WS. And under the Sales WS I have created some of the folders, and then I have a folder called Lakehouse. I have created two Lakehouses. One is called Tech Brothers Lakehouse. Once I open that, you can see that it has a tables tab and it has a files tab. Then I have a staging area right there. Then there are some just as files as well, so you can see some files right there. Now if I go to the portal.azure.com and think about that, this is my storage where some customer dropped the files. So if I go to containers here, and then I go to this signups container, and then I have input container or folder. Under that I have some files that the people drop every day, and maybe I want to read this customer file or sales data and put into the Lakehouse staging area right there. So in this case we have done some work in last video where we went right here into the get data and uploaded file from our local computer. As we don't want to do manual work, we would like to do new data pipeline. So here I am in my Tech Brothers Lakehouse, and then I'm right here. You see that tables and tab, and then this is a Lakehouse. I'm not in SQL Analytics endpoint. SQL Analytics endpoint is used to query your Lakehouse tables. But I'm in the Lakehouse right here, the sort of tab right here, and you will see the tables and the files. Once you are there, you're going to create a new data pipeline, and we are going to name this one PL, and read ADLS, and the load to stage. Okay, files and I will say files underscore stage. Okay, so that's the name of the pipeline, and I'm going to hit create. We are going to discuss the pipeline in very detail, and I'm going to work with you on creating each of the different activities, and we will do tons of things in the pipelines. But here I want to cover this different loading data processing from in the Lakehouse from that tab that I just showed you. So here when you are on the home page and you can search your different sources, and right here you have new sources, and you see if you say more, and it's going to show you right here from the one lake if you want to do that, and then you have some sample data that you would like to load, or you can hit a new, and then you can take a look on tons of them. Now in our case what we are looking for Azure Data Lake Gen 2. So I'm going to go ahead and say Azure Data Lake, and once I do that, we are going to see Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. So I'm going to select that, and here I'm going to create the connection. So in this case you see that this is going to be my storage right there, and it is telling me, hey, you need to provide something like that. So your storage name .dfs.core.windows.net, that's the URL we need to provide. So in my case I'm going to go ahead and provide this URL. So here's my URL, and you can see that we have Tech Brothers storage. That's the storage, and actually let me take back right here, and here is the storage. So if you see right here, this is my storage, right? So I can copy from here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy, and then that's the storage we would like to use. And I'm going to change this one. So I just want to make sure I have the right name. So I have HTTPS, then you have your storage name, then d.dfs.core.windows.net. I did not provide any container or anything like that. We will be given the option to select that later. Here you can use the existing connection if you have one, but I'm going to go ahead and create a new. So if we go ahead and say create new connection, and then it's going to ask us some questions. So in this case it is saying, hey, what is the name of the connection you would like to use? So I'm going to call this one Fabric and ADLS2. Okay, so that's our connection name, and now I'm not going to use any gateway and all that. We will be using this in later videos. And here you have multiple options of how you would like to access the storage. So I'm going to go with the account key here, and then I have to provide the account key. So I'm going to go back to the portal.azure.com, and here I will be going to the network security and networking, and here is access keys. Once I click there, I'm going to hit show right here and copy the key. I will come back here and paste my key. Now I will go ahead and hit the next, and it's going to go ahead and create the connection for us. Now you see that we have choose the data source, we made the connection, and now we are going to take a look on the data that we would like to select. So here is our container, and you can select the container, and from one of the container we have Synapse container, and we are going to take a look on the folder called the input. Now here we navigate to the input folder, and I'm going to click right there and expand it. And you can see we can select the different files. Let's select the customer.csv file, and you can see that it's a delimited text file, and it is a column delimiter, and we have a row delimiter line feed, and it's going to get some data for us to preview. It has customer ID, first name, last name. You can make changes if you want. So here you have all different options. You can select different files, Avro, JSON, Parquet, Excel, XML, and everything. But in our case, it's CSV file. So we are all good here. And then we can go to the comma, and then we can go to the different things right here. If we have semicolon, pipe, and everything. And here is our role delimiter. You can also select depending upon the file that you have. And in my case, it's just fine. Now you can say first row has header or not. That's also you can select here, and there are some advanced options here. So filter by last modified, and you have end date and everything, end time, and here you have a compression type. So if you want to select different compression types from here, you can select as well. In our case, it's a straightforward file, so we don't have to do anything, and I'm gonna hit next. Now it is giving us different options. It's telling us, hey, your connection to the Tech Brothers Lakehouse, and you have tables and you have files under root folder. So now what you want to do, I'm gonna go to the files here, and remember that we want to put this file in this staging folder. So this is my subfolder, and that's where I would like to put this file. Once I select the subfolder, it's going to show me all the files available in that folder. I'm not going to overwrite on any of them, so I'm going to hit next. Actually, let me go right down there. So here is my file name, and I'm going to go for it, that I will give a test file tutorial, okay, and .csv. So I gave that, and then it is a copy behavior. You have different behaviors: flatten a hierarchy, merge files, and preserve a hierarchy. So in this case, we are going to be having simple file, no problem at all. We are going to go ahead and select next. Now we will hit the next one more time, and here it is showing us the summary. It is telling us, hey, I'm going to read the delimited text file, and that's going to be, this is the connection for this to the ADLS Gen2, and the file name is the customer.csv, and here is my out destination. So it is Tech Brothers Lakehouse, and the file name will be this one. Now it is telling us our input folder, that's where our file is existing, and then start data transfer immediately. So what you can do, if you don't want to run right now, you can always uncheck it, and it's going to save your pipeline, and you can come back and run it. But in my case, I'm going to go ahead and execute right away. So save and run. So it's going to open our Azure Data Factory pipeline inside the Fabric, and that's what you can see that now we call this Fabric pipelines, and here what we have all different options. Now this pipeline is running, it is queued right now, and once I click on this copy data activity, it is giving me all those options that we have selected. So if I click on source, you can see that this is our connection, and we can always go edit and take a look on our connection. So you can see that the connection name, what we have used, and all that. Then also it shows us which file we are reading from which container and all. The same way in the destination, you can see that where it is pointing to. So it is pointing to Lakehouse files, and then under the test tutorial.csv file. So that's where it is pointing. Now this is completed successfully. So I'm going to go ahead and click right here in this pan, and once you click there, it is going to get you this output. Once you are in the output, you can always click on the output, and it's going to show you more details. And you can see that it was a total 112 bytes, and it was one file, and then there were 6 rows, and it has written all that data to our the Lakehouse file tab. And now it's this is your activity run, and all the time it took. You can also further go down there and take a look what different steps took to read this file. So in this case, I don't think so this is too much important right now, because we have small size file, and we are not doing any performance tuning here, so we are fine. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you back to the our other way. So here in the workspaces, if you go back to the workspaces, and then in the this is our workspace, and if you see PL ADLS2 Lakehouse, so it is right there. You can also move this to the different folders if you want. Let's say if I want to move this to the pipelines, and I can always move here, so it is easy for me to manage. And now I can go to the pipelines here and take a look here. Also, I can use the monitor here, and that will help me to monitor. So if I will just let me close this, and here is the monitor, and if I will click on monitor, it's going to show me all the pipeline I have executed. So you can see right here, this is my pipeline that I have executed, and here if I need to retry, and that means I want to rerun, and here is view detail, and then here I can open the pipeline, I can retry, view detail, and the historical runs. So this is how you will be reading the data from your ADLS Gen 2 and writing to the Lakehouse files folder. I thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.